Name is Libo. I'm so excited to be with you today. I don't know. I'm just always excited to be with you. Is this a fault? No, I think not. I've got a show lined up for you today. We're talking about unfunk yourself. You know that feeling of I have been talking to a lot of people and finding that people are just fed up, had enough, just like over it. Just, whether it's because of COVID or because of work situations, home situations, whatever. There's just like a generalized feeling of meh. It's the soul dive, so we start off with a check-in. Today we're going to do a slightly different one. I hope that you're going to enjoy it. Find yourself a nice comfortable spot where you can, for the next few minutes, 5 to 7 minutes or so, be undisturbed and able to just take a moment for yourself, pour yourself towards yourself. Right, so we begin by sitting comfortably, grounding our feet, putting our feet flat so that you are comfortable, your back erect, and you're able to just be for the next 5 to 7 minutes. Taking a nice deep in breath through the nose and out through the mouth. Deep in breath again and out through the mouth. The next deep in breath, take a breath into whatever place is feeling a little bit tired, a little bit folded, and go ahead and stretch if you need to. Taking a nice deep in breath and out. Now finding your natural breathing rhythm. Your natural breathing rhythm, breathing normally. Not trying to breathe, just breathing. Finding your normal breathing rhythm. All right. I invite you to put a hand over your heart. Just feel the warmth of your own hand over your heart. Remember that this is a loving moment where we give ourselves a little bit of TLC. Breathing in your normal breathing rhythm, aware of your breath. If your breath is coming in, you are aware you are breathing in. Breath is going out, you are aware you're breathing out. If you can't really find your breath like normal, then you can go ahead and take a hard breath. That is a deliberate breath just to reset and find your normal breathing rhythm. Now in this moment I invite you to close your eyes if you can, just because we're closing out the inputs from outside and turning to the inside. Bring your attention to your thoughts. In any of these exercises, it's not about not thinking. It's not about clearing your mind. We know that we continue to think. So I want you to bring your attention to your thoughts. I know you're tempted to think about the thought you were thinking just now. To think about what on earth is she saying I must do. Allow yourself to relax. Give yourself permission to relax. Relax, relax, relax. And bring your focus to your thoughts. You are just observing your thoughts, not judging them, not deciding anything about them, just observing what it is you are thinking about, what it is that's coming to you right now. Your focus is on your breath coming in, your breath going out, and you're aware of your thoughts as well. thinking of. Right. Our next stage of witnessing is just becoming aware of what we feel like, what it feels like in our senses. Is there anything you smell? You can go ahead and open your eyes. What do you see? Just become aware of it. Don't interact with it and prolong it. Just see what you see, hear what you hear, smell what you smell, feel what you touch. We are with our senses now. Right. Now we take it to our emotional feelings. What are you feeling at this time? Are you relieved? Are you tired? Are you excited? What are you feeling? We are just being with exactly what is true and real for us in this moment. Right. Take a nice deep in-breath. Raising your arms out. Bringing your arms back into a nice squeezy hug over yourself. And smile. Right. Thanking yourself for taking this moment to care for yourself in this way. I'd like to remind you that you can always take a moment to do such. Whether it is 5 minutes at work, just go out to a secluded place for a little while and bring yourself towards yourself. It is something that you can do to just love on yourself. Yeah. Okay, so we for a while did not have music on the Soul Dive. Today is different. We have got a wonderful song by, okay, I'm going to see if I can say this right, Can of Worms. Yes, they are a local band and just composed by April Spedding. Chido is in it, Delena, James, Daniel, and Stephen. And that's who makes up Can of Worms. And the song title is Titambe. Let's see if we still got the dance in us. Right, we're talking about the funk. No, I'm not talking about like the music with Bruno Mars or James Brown. I mean, when you're feeling disoriented, when you're feeling not wanting to get off the couch, not wanting to people, like I cannot people right now. And I'm not talking about this being like a random afternoon where you feel like this. I'm talking about this being something that's happened for 3 or more days, where you're just not wanting to get off the couch. You're not wanting to people. You want to eat copious amounts of carbs or sugar. You're finding a million ways to procrastinate. You are surprising yourself with how creative you can procrastinate. You are avoiding doing the job you should be doing. As a matter of fact, you just don't see the point. You know that there is a point, but right now you could not be bothered with it. And then of course you beating yourself up about not feeling like doing anything. This might present in ways where, when you know that someone is coming, you quickly just you're trying to just look like you were busy with something or something. But really you just don't want to get out of bed. You have this jumble of internal dialogue about everything you need to do, but dololo action plan. There's no clear path. There's just this jumble up of thoughts. I should be doing this, da, 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 and it's making you feel really sick inside, like sick to your stomach, you're wondering what the world is coming to, feeling lost in your own life, being maybe irritable for no reason. Everyone is just so annoying. Or, of course, being critical of yourself, of others, just like not being satisfied with doing something, not being satisfied with anything, just like, ugh, everything is ugh. Feeling guilty for feeling not knowing whether to indulge the meh feeling or to get up and try to kick ass, even though you just don't feel like it. Yes, we've gone through a lot as a collective. We've just, like, it's been a lot, okay? Some of us have found ourselves without a job where you had one, now having a business where you had not envisaged that you would need to make your business so functional in this moment, now finding yourself being a teacher. Man, there is just a lot. It's a lot, also just that feeling like your efforts are yielding nothing, or that the old ways of doing things that you used to be able to rely on and know that this works. If I do this, this is going to work. It's just not working. Yeah, it feels like it's time to shed old skin. I think it's time to get a new understanding of who we are now. To let go, like really let go of our conceived ideas of who we thought we were, because we talk about this new normal, but we neglect this one thing that's staring us in the face, that we have been irrecoverably changed. We are new. Who's the new you? We started off with a lockdown where people were like, oh, I've discovered sewing again, I've discovered cooking again, I'm baking, I'm making, I'm crafting and all of that. And slowly but surely, with the different levels of lockdown, with the different changes that came about, we started to actually get into different states. But I think there's something about the fact that we kind of initially thought we have this 2-week period of lockdown, and then we're gonna snap out of it and everything is gonna get back to normal. It's October. It's the end of October, guys, and here we are still in this situation. Even if work has restarted, or it's still not back to normal, quote unquote. It's still not back to everything that we knew that it was. It also can just be a feeling of being stuck, or an invitation to chart a new you. Yes, it could be an invitation to chart our new paths, to evaluate, to look at what is going on and go ahead and do that. And I understand that when you actually feel this way, it's tempting to actually immediately think, oh, I need to get motivated, I need to get inspired, but first, before we do that, let's just look at what's actually true and real right now. What's actually happening right now. Maybe it's a simple, small thing like you are a people person, that you need people. You need to be in touch with people on a physical level. You need to be able to be in company of other people. And here you are, limited in the ways that you can do that. Maybe your means have become limited, whatever it is. Or maybe your work has changed so drastically that your waking up at 5:30 a.m. no longer makes sense. You used to wake up at 5:30 so that you could actually start work at 8:30, and it took you time to get to work. You had all these routines to get ready to go to work, but now you're not doing that anymore. You're working from home. There's no traffic. You get up, you shower, you walk across the house, and there is your office. And that can be a disorienting change. It can put you in a place where all the things that kind of helped you build up to certain actions and certain ways of being are a void. So, worry not, I got you. Because I too am human. Surprise. I too have gone through this feeling of just being like, what? Like, you know what I mean? You just, yeah, so that's what it is, hey? So I'm going to just give you some of the things that I really believe are going to help. Number one, acknowledge that this is how you feel right now. Like, hands down, I am feeling quite meh right now. As a matter of fact, I've been feeling like this for 3 weeks. I think I'm in a funk. Acknowledge it to yourself. And then before you get up off that couch, yes, we want you to get up off that couch, but not just for the sake of it. We want you to get up off that couch with a vigor and an enthusiasm and a rejuvenation, right? We want that. We all want that for ourselves. So it's going to take actually, beyond acknowledging that this is how you feel, starting to create within yourself an understanding for, yeah, so that's what it is. So before you get off that couch, get a pen and paper and write down all the feels. As a matter of fact, maybe make a commitment for the next few days to just write down the things that you're actually feeling. You know, write down, jot a note for the things that you're feeling. As a matter of fact, if you feel the mean girl coming at you and saying, oh, but you're not doing this or you're not doing that, you know, I'm going to make a practical example. You walk past a mirror and you're like, oh, goodness, I look terrible. Then make that a trigger for doing something about it. Every time that thought comes, do something that you can do in that time to actually shift that for yourself. Because when you actually do that thing to shift it, it actually changes that with like much more immediate effect than saying, oh yes, on Monday I'll start a new diet. Or, you know, do the one thing you can do in this moment. Because those things, yes, they are mean girl things that our minds do to us, but they also are triggers for things that we can do to slowly begin to take ourselves out of the funk. While you are writing, there are 3 questions that I want you to ask yourself. How do I want to feel at the end of today? Take your time. Think about it. Sometimes when you're sitting in a house that hasn't been cleaned properly in a few days, the thought of having a cup of tea in your freshly cleaned lounge that feels fresh and breezy is just what you need to actually get up and get your lounge fresh and breezy. So just ask yourself that question. How do I want to feel at the end of today? And if there's 15 things, no, write down only the top 3 things about how you want to feel at the end of today. And then go ahead and facilitate that for yourself. Be your own hero. Make your day. Make it so that today is a change from the 3 weeks of feeling funky. Just today, you feel, yeah, maybe there's hope after all. If that's the only thing that changes about your feeling at the end of the day, it's worth it. Because when you end your day properly, you will begin tomorrow even better. And by the way, at the end of each day, it would be really helpful to yourself if you put a little bit of thought and a little bit of action into preparing for tomorrow. Even if it's really just making sure you know your sneakers are sitting right there and your clothes that you need to go for your walk in the morning are sitting right there, or that you know what breakfast you're going to have. The one thing that you can do to invest in your next day will make your sleep tonight that much better, because it channels a positive energy to your next day. All right, so the next question you're going to ask yourself is, what one thing can I do that will make a huge difference in how I feel right now? And my friends, a lot of times it's a shower. I know, right? It's ridiculous. A lot of times it's really just a shower, and then just, getting your hair maybe just like washed and feeling all fresh, and just yourself, within yourself, just feeling, a little bit better than you did a few minutes ago. And it can be something like making your bed. It can really be something like planting a plant, like just going to your garden and picking something, maybe picking yourself some flowers to put at your desk. Something that you can do, one thing that will make a huge difference in how you feel right now. Number 3, what would happen? Now this is going to take a little bit of applying your imagination. You ask yourself, what would happen if I never get out of this meh state? And this has a couple of trail-offs from it. It then brings up the question of, what will it cost me in my life? And it can, if you don't just nip it in the bud and have it, remember, this is one question and you need to just answer it in as short as possible. What would happen if I never get out of this state of meh? Right? And then answer yourself. And I'm not asking you to scrack yourself, okay? I'm not asking you to scare yourself straight. I'm asking you to really honestly evaluate if this course of action is beneficial to you. If making just a little bit of an investment into yourself could better your situation. Bonus question, do I need help? What help do I need? Who can I reach out to help? Sometimes the help that you need is really just an honest chat with a friend or someone you trust, and just saying to them, yo, bruh, I am feeling meh. I can't be bothered. And that can be the trigger point for turning it around. Right. So we're done talking about what to do in the acknowledge section. Right. You're ready now to get up off the couch.